Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. First carry for James Conner, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Mon to the air on 1st and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. Here's Mon. They're going for it. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. Getting the ball is Cook, running left. Fights him off. And he's taken down inside the 30. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he stopped immediately there. There for the tackle, Jacob Martin. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
From the gun, here's Mon. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll start the drive with a give to Conner. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And there's James Conner with a run that gets everyone's attention. He joined the Arizona Cardinals after 4 years in Pittsburgh, and his best year with the Steelers, 2018, named a Pro Bowler after a 973-yard, 13-touchdown campaign. Mixed results the last couple of years as he's been in and out of the lineup, but with consistency, he can still be an effective runner.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Murray a give. This is Conner. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now it's 2nd and 9. They'll fake it to Conner. Now Murray. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now Murray off play action. He's going deep for Brown. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Cook running right. Cook able to escape. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Mon. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Mond out of the shotgun. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Mond. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They'll run with Cook. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Mond going to throw it. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Not what you wanted there. It goes as a sack and a loss of a yard. And not only that, now it's 4th and goal. And his kick is indeed good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on. Pick me up. Come back. Check 13.
From the gun, Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it a 2nd down. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Bring it. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Oh, a terrific play there by Harrison Smith. And one thing you always get comfortable with going into a game, his smarts and his ability to be around the ball. He tied his career high with 5 interceptions last year. Another one goes to his total.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the Cards are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Watch the run.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
First down, Cardinals after the catch there by DeAndre Hopkins. Remember, he spent 7 seasons in Houston, now in his 2nd year with Arizona, and went over 10,000 yards.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They try again with Cook, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Murray now to throw.
Double dog. That's the way.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go.
Mon now off of play action.
They'll roll him out right.
No chance.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd and goal, Mon. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Again, it's Cook. And bulldozing his way through. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Mon looks to throw.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. 20. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Now Prater to add the PAT. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cardinals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Guess who? J.J. Watt, as he so often does, getting in there to wreak havoc. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
They go play action here. Mon.
Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time on the catch and run. They'll run here with Connor. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll look to run with Connor, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the Cards are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Connor, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 63 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, Connor. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
A throw out wide caught by Hopkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. That's complete once again to Hopkins. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cardinals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Extra point good by Prater, and the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Back to throw here. And complete, right side to Cook. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. From the 31, Mon. This is caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd down and goal. Mon. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Williams now on the return. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Murray going to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's McBride. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run on 1st down. Connor, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. On third down, it's Connor.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will bump the lead up to 11.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Cards, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.